Hi Big Dragons! I am back from ALA. You're gonna see a big haul where I give you like most of the books that I've read. But I do want to do a video where I kind of break down categorically wise like what I really want to read eventually. And I am just gonna make a list in my bullet journal. I really am so bad at using my planner. I really hope that I can actually like get this planner next year, because with all the tariffs and stuff I may not be able to, but yeah, so I really hope that I can still get this planner next year, because I really do like this. Very, very helpful, but I haven't used it a ton, and that is more my problem than anyone else's. So yeah, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you guys a category, and then I'm going to write down the books. So the first category are a couple of books that I went in knowing I need to get these books. These are books that were high on my TBR list, books that I knew were going to be there, books that were, you know, told that were going to be there, and I had to get them. So let's go over those. And these are books that I really want to read before the end of the summer. So a lot of these I just sort of knew. I knew Sarah Beth Durst was in Shining the Enchanted Greenhouse, so I wanted to get it. This is one I'm actually currently in the middle of reading. I'm about 75% into it. So this is one that I definitely will read before the end of the year or the end of the summer, because I'm in the middle of it. I also thought Chloe Ngong was coming out with a book. So Cold Wire is a new YA book. Very, very chunky. Comes out in November. I don't know what this book's about, to be super honest, but the cover looks cool. And then these were the big hitters. Red City by Mary Lou. I got super lucky with this. My coworker was on a panel that I wanted to support her, and I went to the panel, and then at the end I went upstairs hoping that I would see Mary Lou, and I got her to sign my book, which is so nice. She's very, very hard to get stuff signed by, so I was happy to experience that. And then my friend Kelly, who I love to death, got me Calabasas, because she was a lot braver than me to ask. This comes out in August. I know that everyone and their mother is going to have this arc or want this arc, so I'm really happy. And then I was brave and I asked for Warrior Princess Assassin. I missed this at BookFest because she was signing in like another section, and I just really, really want this book. I love Bridget Kimmerer stuff, so I want to read her adult debut, I think. And then my friend Jess from Peace Love Books got this arc at some point, and I said, "Ooh, if they say it, I will say." And this was on the floor, so I got We Who Will Die, which is a new romantasy, and I really hope that I get around to reading it soon. And then the book that I was super excited for was Alchemy of Secrets by Stephanie Garber. So this was one that I was again super excited for. So yeah, those are the books that I was like very excited for and was hoping they would be at ALA, and that I got. And now let's get into the books that I did not like. I saw them, I heard of them, I didn't know if they were going to drop them, but I was excited. These are also books that I all had e-arcs of. I just fail with my e-arcs, I'll be really honest. So these are books that I had e-arcs of. I was content if I didn't get it, but once I saw them, I was like, you know what, I'll get it, because then I'll be more motivated to read it. So these are just some books that I have heard of, or I either had e-arcs of, or I was just really excited to read. I am going to chat up Dreamslinger by Gracie Kim, because I loved her Rick Riordan Presents series, and I actually had this in my Amazon cart, so when I saw an arc, I was like, ooh, I have to get it. I also really want to read I'll Find You Where the Timeline Ends by Kylie Baker, and I do have an e-arc of this, so I did pick it up when I saw it at Macmillan. And then another one that I got approved of an ALC for was Thorn Season by Kira Azar. This one is a murder mystery, a romantasy trilogy, which I'm really excited for. The real book is like different, but the arc was very, very pretty with shiny. And then I also have Girls of Dark Divine by Evie Woods. This is one that I really am excited to read. It is like a dark gothic school story. And then I did have an e-arc of Wild Reverence, but when I saw this, I was like, you know what? I'm going to get this. I had to choose between this and Fallen Gods by Adrienne Young, and I chose this one. And then The Last Ember by Lily Berman Dawn was another one that I had an e-arc of, and I really, really want to read it. So those are the books that like I went in kind of thinking I would try to get it. Now, here are the books that I just was captivated by them. Like, I saw them and I was like, ooh, that looks interesting. These are not books that I would normally pick up. That's why I like going to these cons. Like, you find things that you're just not really sure of. So these are 5 books that like tickled my fancy that I had to get, even though I don't normally read these genres. They just seemed interesting. So let's get into those 5 books. So these are 5 books that just seemed interesting, or I have heard buzz about, but I have not, for the most part, read anything by these authors. So one is Her Soul for a Crown by Alicia Raymer. This is from Sourcebooks. A rising queen, a fallen god, two worlds collide to change the course of destiny forever. So yeah, this cover is stunning, and I knew that I had to get it. Another one is For No Mortal Creature by Kelsa Chow. She wrote The Girl with No Reflection last year that I also have not read. But I really want to read more YA fantasy, so I think I'm going to do a reading vlog where I do read some of those authors that there's 2 books out that I still haven't read. This cover was stunning. I had to come home with me. This one was one my friend got. It's called The Glowing Hours by Lisa Sidiku, and this follows the maid in the summer that Mary Shelley wrote Frankenstein. I think that's just like an interesting premise. This cover is really, really creepy as well. But she was like explaining it to me, my friend Sarah, and I was like, ooh, I want. And then I got to meet her. I got to get it signed, which was so cool. So yeah, that one got picked up. And I don't really like horror a lot, but this cover was pretty. And then I also got An Arcane Inheritance by Camilla Cole. I really am excited to read this one. This one was one that I super wanted. And I want to read her So Let Them Burn series. My friend Kate really, really likes that series. So when I saw that this one, I was like, ooh, I have to get it. And then Everyone and Their Mother wanted Alchemized by Sim Min Liu. And I got it. This is the Manacled retelling. And I have not read it, and I want to read it, but it is so freaking chunky. I am gonna have to decide how I am going to read this book, but it is massive. My art copy is over 1,000 pages, so I'm really gonna have to decide how I am going to read this, but it's massive. So yeah, those are the books that like I went in and they just seemed interesting. Other than Alchemized, I knew that they existed, but I didn't know if they were going to be there, if that makes sense. The next section is books by authors that I have read before, that when I saw, I just grabbed. Because I was like, I'm definitely going to read these. These are authors that I really do like. And yeah, let's get into that stack. So this is the last stack I'm going to focus this video on. These are authors that I have read before and really, really liked, for the most part. And normally if I see an author that I really, really like, I will grab the ARC, because even if I don't get around to it in a timely fashion, I will have an ARC as a collectible. But I got The House Sapphire by Marissa Myers, and I think this is a Bluebeard retelling. It comes out in November, so I wanted to get this before Comic-Con, so in case they're dropping it, I can read it in a timely fashion. I also got What Fury Brings, Trisha Levasseure's adult romantasy. I have a lot of romantasy on here that's written by YA authors turning adult. This one is dark. It's like basically a F the Patriarchy book, and I'm really excited for it. And then I got We Met Like This by Casey West. My friend Justin was with me, and he likes Casey West, so we got it together. And it's a cute summer contemporary, but it's her first foray into adult. Also, Overdue by Stephanie Perkins was there, but this one was a little bit more of a thing. And then I also got The Prince of Morning by Jen Bennett. Jen Bennett has written in a lot of different genres. I still have her a middle grade book up there that I haven't read yet, but this sounded interesting. It's called Death is Calling. Comes out in October, and I think this is also a romantasy. So yeah, I'm excited. She does write a lot of romance, so I'm pretty sure this is a romantasy, but this cover is right pretty. And then this is the author that I didn't like the other book I read, City of Starlight, but The Bookshop Below by Georgia Summers. I do want to read it and see if I like the writing style a little bit better, because I didn't like the other one. But I saw this, I grabbed it, we'll see. And then I also met Erin A. Craig. She signed my ARC of The Land Set Wide. This is an author that I have loved in the past. I still need to read The 13th Child. I just haven't got around to it quite yet. And then I also got An Entanglement of Rival Witches by Sarah Rosh. She wrote a couple of things, but I really did like her holiday series, and this one is like Allie Hazelwood meets Dungeons and Dragons. It's a fantasy academia rom-com where a rival grad student wizards are forced to work together without killing each other or falling for each other. So yeah. And then my friend picked me up Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson, which is her adult debut. I sometimes struggle with Holly Jackson, depends on how unlikable the characters are, but I really do want to read this one. So yeah, let me know in the comments, what are some books on this video that I just showed you that you want to see me read relatively soon? I would love to know, and maybe I'll do a reading vlog about it. Oh, I am going to add this to it too, which is an Extraordinary Quest for Amateur Witches by Kayla Connington. This is another book that I have read the first book and really, really liked it. It's also LGBTQ+. So yeah, those are all the books that I was really excited for that I got from ALA. Let me know in the comments what you want to see me read first. I would love to know, and I'll talk to you guys soon.